The topic of violence in children is a sensitive one, and it's an issue which can be examined in several different ways. In today's video, I aim to try to look at children who are exposed to violence and its effects on them as human beings. Research shows that unfortunately children are most likely to witness violence or be treated in a violent way within their family home, a place where everyone, including children, should feel safe and at ease. At their homes, children can either see their parents being violent towards each other, or they are the target of the violence themselves. And this is a very unfortunate situation. A paediatrician named Henry Kemp released an interesting piece back in 1962 which was entitled Battered Child Syndrome. It emphasises on young children who received physical abuse, and his work was one of the first, if not the first, to really bring this issue to light. Battered child syndrome is a term which is used to describe children who have been victims of abuse, mostly from a parent or foster parent. The study explains that, quote, "It is a significant cause of childhood disability and death," end quote. And then, quickly following on from this, Kemp showcases some general statistics he found from participating in research. Among 71 hospitals, 302 of such cases were reported to have occurred, and 33 of those children died, and 85 suffered permanent brain injury. He then continued on to share more interesting information and statistics. After the release of this, cases like sexual abuse had also begun to rise. Back in 2002, the NSPCC released a statement about the issue claiming that, quote, "Home figures show that the rate of child homicide in England and Wales has not dropped over the last 25 years. In each generation of children, more than 1,000 will be killed before reaching adulthood. Most will die at the hands of violent or neglectful parents and carers," end quote. Of course, depending on the country you reside in and the culture you originate from, has an impact on what you believe is right and wrong when it comes to bringing up children. And although it is never okay to abuse a child in any way, shape or form, many do teach their child a lesson if they have done wrong by using a well-known technique called smacking. This is where a parent or carer gently smacks the child, usually on the hand, as a way to prevent them from misbehaving and letting the child know that they have done wrong. Smacking is quite popular in the United Kingdom, however there is still a massive controversy over whether it is child abuse or not. Talking about various different discipline methods, around the world, punishments are very, very different. In Egypt, a survey was taken for children in the 4th grade, and it revealed that 37% were actually beaten or tied up as punishments, and 26% of those actually reported physical injuries from the punishments. Over in Romania, 4.6% of children reported severe and frequent abuse, such as being hit with an object, being deprived of food, or burning. And then 47% of parents over in Romania admit to beating their children regularly, with 16% reporting beating with objects. Let's not forget though that the line between what is violent towards a child and what is not can be extremely blurred and often changes depending on country and the society that you're in. Children, however, are not stupid though. Studies which have taken place over the years have shown that children can normally tell the difference between aggression and danger and playful behaviour that, although could be a little rough, was never actually meant to hurt anyone. When it comes to bullying, violence and aggression, children are simply likely to stay away from those they feel threatened by, whereas in a more relaxed and non-aggression based play, children always want to go back for more. When it comes to gender and age of children who are wishing to release their anger, typically boys around 2 years of age are more likely to use physical violence over girls. Girls tend to lean more towards the psychological and emotional form of violence. When children are progressing into teenagers at the ages of 10 and up, this is normally when they are likely to stray away from the physical violence and turn towards verbal bullying and abuse. However, these are only stereotypes and are not always true. It's a very interesting topic to look into, why children are violent, how they express their emotions and feelings. And going back to the previous stereotypes, Apparently, boys are more likely to use physical violence because of the testosterone within their bodies, though this hasn't been completely verified because scientists are not entirely sure of the full effects of testosterone within the body. Other researchers believe that violent behaviour is learned through our parents, our media and our society, rather than already being based within us. There are, of course, several areas of life that children can see and experience violence, like war-torn countries, schools, homes and more. And as you would expect, many health issues can come from that, including mental conditions like PTSD, depression and anxiety. However, it's not just the mental problems either. It can also be physical issues like mobility problems and loss of limbs, just to name a couple. It is important that we as adults know and understand the consequences of our actions when children are involved. I've mentioned this many times previously, but children are like sponges and absorb information very easily. Not just that, but they also tend to mimic the behaviour they are surrounded by. So if their parents are violent in any way, then they are more than likely going to grow up to be a violent adult. It's quite upsetting that many children grow into adulthood and believe that violence is a normal way of life. But it's interesting to note that when the youngsters of today are faced with violence, they can take on many roles, including the victim, the peacemaker, and the perpetrator, depending on the situation and the environment. It is without a doubt that children see a wide range of violence throughout their entire childhood lives, which will impact them as they grow into adults and develop through their life. So what do you think on this topic? Let me know in the comments section down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, click on that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. All of the sources that I used to create this video will be linked in the description box down below, so you can go and check them out if you want to. And I very much hope to see you in my next video.